I've been in quarantine for about 10 days now, and I think the fact that I've retained any semblance of sanity has got to be my biggest accomplishment. Hi guys, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ashley and I've been in Korea for the last 10 days quarantining because this semester I'm studying abroad at Yonsei University. And quarantining here has been a really interesting process, very different than what you might expect in America. And although the process has been kind of difficult and I've grown really restless over the past 10 days, I'm really appreciative of this experience because number one, it's given me a lot of time to get over my jet lag, and I swear it took like 4 days for me to even get close to any semblance of a regular sleep schedule. And then also, it's good to know that you're in a country that takes the pandemic seriously, unlike, say, America. So I'm really glad to be going through it, even though it has been kind of difficult and I have been wanting to go out and explore. But I thought I would document kind of this whole ordeal by first giving you guys a dorm tour, showing you where I have been quarantining for the last couple days, the dorms at Yonsei, and then also going through a day in my life in quarantine, kind of showing you how I keep this semblance of sanity. So starting off my door, here it is. It's pink and it has a fire evacuation plan and some general quarantine living guidelines. And then when you turn over here, we have a lot of storage. I don't really have that much to put in here. You can see I put my scarf, my hat, and my purse, and an umbrella here in this top compartment. And then beneath, I have all my shoes still packed away actually in their plastic bags, pair of flats, my boots, and pair of black sneakers, and my white Vans. And now here's how the rest of the room looks like upon entering. You can see I actually have a double room turned single. So coming up, because of that, I have a separate room for my toilet, which makes sense if you have a roommate. They can use the toilet while you use the shower. Across the hall is the rest of the bathroom, I would say. The sink here is super short. Like, I myself think I'm very short, but like this comes under my hips. Like, I have to crouch down like the Hunchback of Notre Dame to wash my face and such. Here's some shelving that I've put my hygiene stuff on. And then because I also have a double turn single, I have a shower door for my shower here. I've talked to friends who have just a regular single room, and they actually have no shower door. Like, the shower's just out in the open with the sink and the toilet all in one room, which, might be preferable to you. I honestly enjoy having a shower door, so, that's the perks of kind of having a double turn single. The con is that my toilet is in a different room, and I have to, after going to the bathroom, kind of open the door and wash my hands. So obviously it's not the most sanitary thing, but I use my elbows. This is the ghost roommate I have. There's nothing over here, like just empty. And then I decided to take this side, which is why all my stuff is here. So looking at this is like the closet storage. Here's my jacket, and then opening this up, this is all my clothes, and then you have a tiny little mirror here, but like you have to come and lean up against the wall, so you can like barely get in. It's like not super useful. And then below that is more closet space. I have my hairdryer and my jeans. What's really cool about this room though is that you can kind of adjust the heat and how cool or how warm it is. I have it pretty warm, but that's also because I just like to wear t-shirts in my room, so. And then here is my bed. I didn't bring any of this bedding. This was all provided by Yonsei. So they give you this blanket, the sheets over here, as well as a pillow and a pillowcase. And then over here, I just have my headrest pillow that I brought with me on the airplane just to give me more pillow space. So if I roll, I get more pillow, I guess. What's really interesting or like funny about the yonsei pillow though is that it's made out of plastic straws, like literally plastic straws cut up and just stuffed into like this mesh bag, which you would think is really uncomfortable, but honestly, like once you lie down on it, you can barely tell the difference. And I guess I've gotten used to it. Like at first I thought it was really weird, but now I'm just like, it's fine, it works, it's great. Of course, then under the bed, there is, you know, space for me to put both my luggage, more space for me to put my clothes, and then here's my camera bag. And then opening up here, it's just more clothes really. Now here is my desk. Starting at the top over here, I have some medicine cough drops. Here are some bags I used for packing. And then here is a single notebook because we are here to learn and education, you know? And then down here, my pencil case, my water bottle still in its packaging. And then here are some baby wipes that Yonsei gave us, as well as the tissue box over here. And then here is my journal, some pens and markers, and here is where I have been collecting utensils. So when I order a meal from Yonsei, they usually give me a pair of chopsticks and a spoon. I only ever really use one, so here I've just been collecting the excess. Now down into this area. This area is what I would call that drawer in your house that you kind of just stick things into that you don't know where else to put them. Just a random drawer. So I have a bunch of my cords here and my charging bank. There are my AirPods. Here is my Kindle and my iPad, my phone, and the lens cap for the camera, the lens I'm using right now. And then here is an even bigger jumble of cords. Of course, this is my laptop charger, and here's my laptop and my headphones. And then this is my phone charger over here. This is the flannel that I put on my chair to make it a little more comfy, and in case I do get chilly, I will put this on. And then here are just a bunch of other drawers with other knickknacks. More drawers with just stuff that I didn't know where else to put. Now finally we come to the balcony that is attached to my dorm. The view isn't of anything really that interesting, it's just of the building across the courtyard. But you can kind of tell it recently snowed here, and you can see some snow down in the courtyard. It's a really great way to allow a lot of natural light in, and it's definitely something new and exciting for me because I've never had a dorm with a balcony attached to it. I haven't really utilized it much since it is snowing outside, but hopefully when it warms up I can go out there some more. But with that, with the balcony, that concludes this dorm tour. Let's get breakfast. I don't even remember like what I ordered, guys. I got fried shrimp and curry. I've kind of like tried almost everything at the cafeteria that Yonsei has, and definitely have found some favorites, which are the curry, and then some stuff just is a no for me, but I've kind of found my favorites, which is what I've been ordering for the last couple days of quarantine now. So now for the rest of the afternoon, for the next 2 to 3 hours, I just sit down and watch YouTube and Netflix because there isn't really much to do. So course registration results came back, and the way that Yonsei's course registration works is it's kind of a bidding system. So I got 72 points to bid on multiple classes, and for me, I have to take 2 business classes that would fill my business requirements back at my home university, and I allotted like basically the max points to each of the 2 business classes that I was trying to take. So the max points for the 2 business classes was like 24 points you could bid, and that kind of like guarantees that you're gonna get in. One of the courses called Global Business Environment, I bid 23 points, 1 point less. I was like, this class doesn't seem as in demand as the other one, so let me bid 1 point less so I could allocate more points to some of the fun classes that I wanted to get into that could potentially be competitive. So I put 23 points towards the Global Business Environment, and I got waitlisted for it. I know. One upside is that I am the first person on that waitlist. However, there is a cap on the business courses for exchange students. So I think the quota for this class was 10 exchange students. And I went on the portal, I searched up the class, and looking at the class, it said that 1 exchange student slot was still open. I'm the first one on the wait list. Make it make sense. I'm upset. I'm stressed. That's why my hair is up. Because I have been literally looking through the course catalog, trying to write down other classes that I could potentially take that would fill my business requirements. So I had to end up looking in the study abroad course catalog, like the international office, and they had some classes that were kind of, I would consider business, like business and society and like entrepreneurship classes. So I wrote those down, and then I had to send a form to my advisor asking if they could approve these classes to fall under my business requirements. However, the second round of Yonsei's course registration starts tomorrow at 9 a.m. I just got the results tonight. So what happens is that I need my advisor to confirm that those courses will satisfy my requirements before tomorrow morning. The likelihood that that could happen though is so slim. So I already emailed her. I emailed her the form and I was like, please approve these. And now it's just a waiting game. I don't know what's gonna happen. Luckily, I got into the 3 other classes that I applied for, which were marketing strategy and introductory Korean class, as well as a Korean pop culture and Korean wave class. The introductory Korean and the Korean pop culture class were for fun, and luckily I got into those, thank goodness. However, this business class has been giving me a headache for the last hour because results came out at 4 p.m. It is now actually 6 p.m. So I've been working on this for 2 hours, trying to figure out what classes I can take, trying to figure out the system, because I'm gonna be honest, like, they give you a course guide, a course registration guide, but it's not very good at explaining what the numbers mean, what this and that means. Because originally I was like, why am I first on the waiting list? There are 32 slots available, 14 people waiting. And I think the reason was because they could only allow 10 exchange students, from what I remembered when I applied to the course. Basically, that isn't very well explained in the course catalog. I had to figure that out, kind of put two pieces together. And now I'm just hoping that the system updates and lets me in, because like I said, I saw that the global business environment class had one exchange slot open and I'm the first one on the waiting list. So connect the dots. I should get into the class, right? Who knows? But the second round of course registration for Yonsei is first come, first serve. However, I don't know if I click quickly enough, if it even matters, because they have a quota of 10 exchange kids, right? So I'm just up in the air right now. I'm stressed. Tomorrow I have to take my second COVID test before I get out of quarantine. I have this form I need to fill out. Adding on to that, I have more work to do tonight because back on campus, I'm part of the Asian American Student Association, which is a student organization, and I'm the treasurer. So I have to do this kind of budget form for our organization in order for us to apply to this grant. So I have to do that tonight. And basically, quarantine isn't as chill as you might think, because it can get very stressful when stuff like this happens. It's currently 7:57, so almost 8, and I'm going to be doing some budgeting work for the organization that I talked about earlier, so we could get a grant, hopefully get some money while eating my dinner. Now we have stir-fried udon for dinner. It is currently 9:19 right now, and I just finished writing up the budget thing. I just have to check some things over with the secretary, so I will talk to her tomorrow to confirm some things. But otherwise, I think I'm just gonna wash up and wind down and kind of go to bed early, because I do have to get up kind of early tomorrow for the second round of course registration at Yonsei. Like I said, I'm going to try to get into some certain classes, which I mentioned earlier. But otherwise, it's been a day in my life in quarantine. Kind of busier than usual, honestly. And as my quarantine period is winding down, I'm finding I'm going to miss this alone time, this time for me to kind of self-explore, kind of self-reflect. But I'm excited to finally get out to eat some different type of food and meet new people. It's definitely hitting those hours right now where, you know, I miss talking to my friends, just talking to somebody the way that I used to at home. And, you know, it'll be really interesting. It'll be really fun to meet some new people and create new connections, as well as just to explore the city and this culture that I don't really know much about. But with that, thank you guys for watching. Bye, good night. I will see you next time.